This episode of Tekzilla is brought to you by GoToAssist Express.
Looks like it's time for another website we just can't get enough of. A website that we just can't stay away from because it's too useful, too funny, or just too darn irresistible. This week's pick, Tunefindcom. Now, we have a whole music discovery segment coming up on a future Tekzilla, but this site was just too good to pass up. If you've ever been curious about what song is playing during your favorite show, check out Tunefind.com today. This is a community-generated site, so there are still a lot of TV episodes, movies, and songs that need to be added. But the list is getting bigger and bigger every day. On the main page here, you can see a list of top shows, some of the favorites. If we click on True Blood, for example, we can see some songs that have been playing on recent seasons and recent episodes from that season. You can see what songs people have added here. We've got some Nico Case and Nick Cave. We've got some Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. And then if you click through, you can actually play a little clip of the song and then find links of where to buy that song on iTunes or Amazon, for example. Really dedicated submitters can even post descriptions of the scene that's happening while the song is playing, like Tara's fighting at a lesbian bar, for example. And if you're really curious, you can ask a question about a certain track, and hopefully someone that knows the answer will find the song and place it into the database. There are some glaring omissions, for example, like there's nothing at all from The Sopranos, but maybe that's just because the site is more recent. Maybe I should get on there and start adding some Journey tracks to the database. Check it all out today at Tunefind.com, and thanks to Brian R. on Google Plus for the tip. Now, after much rumor mongering and official announcements, Olympus's latest interchangeable lens camera, the EP3, has been released. Here to give us his first impressions is Roger.
Hey!
Welcome back into the stage area.
Thank you.
So tell us about the EP3.
So the EP3 is kind of one of the most rumor-mongered cameras I've actually ever seen. And the reason why is, of course, it's a micro four thirds, but it's done in a rangefinder body. Now, the great thing about this is for a lot of photo enthusiasts, it means they get great quality in a very small body, as you can see. It's relatively thin compared to the lens. And a lot of guys like it because, or gals too, like it because it does kind of harken back to an era when photography was all about creativity, skill, and you know, fortitude.
So what does this come with?
So this particular model runs about $900. With this particular setup, you get the camera, you get the kit lens, which is a 14-42 zoom lens with an f-stop of 3.5 at the wide end and 5.6 at the narrow end. Comes with a charger. I left the cord on my desk, and that's about it.
What are some of your favorite features?
So, great thing about this camera is it's included a lot of stuff that was missing in the previous iterations, the EP2 and the EP1. Pop-in flash, which is awesome.
Oh, nice.
Now, it's kind of weird because our lower-end model actually had the pop-in flash, but the higher ends didn't, and now they reversed it. It has a great, amazing OLED screen, which is not only a great device to kind of compose your pictures with because it's so sharp and so bright. I actually used it in direct sunlight without too much trouble. You know, you kind of do this a little bit, but for the most part, it worked out really well. It's also a touchscreen. So
very cool.
If I can actually, oh, it doesn't have a card.
It works much better when you have the card.
It has much, but you can actually take photo. You literally press on what you want to take a photo of, and it'll take a picture of it.
Nice. And autofocus too, I assume?
Autofocus is amazing on this. Typically with contrast detect and micro four thirds cameras, especially the rangefinder bodies, the GF series and the Pen series for Olympus, is that the autofocus has been a little bit slower than SLR, comparable SLR models. This is not the case. In bright, good sunlight or good lighting, this is as fast as any entry-level or mid-level SLR.
And it has RAW support.
Has RAW support, which is a big plus. Now I'm going to show you something on the screen. Now I have a picture of right here on the left, and this is a JPEG.
On the left.
On the left. And let me pull up the RAW equivalent. So this is the RAW. So you can see that the JPEG punches the colors up a little bit. I'm not a big fan of it. However, it's a very subjective thing. A lot of people actually prefer the colors to be kind of highlighted and punched out without them going through the RAW and then tweaking it themselves. Now, the RAW option is great if you want to go back and, of course, tweak it to a different setting depending on what you need it for. Now, that said, it actually features a couple of things called art filters, which allows you to do a lot of cool effects. As you turn back to the screen again.
Right in the camera.
In the camera, so you don't need to actually do anything afterwards.
It's like Instagram built right into your camera.
Yeah, it's basically Instagram in the camera. And you know, if you're one of those people that loves doing photos like that, it is a really awesome. As you can see here, let me show you this. This is actually kind of cool.
Oh, nice! I see you've got some
tilt
shift.
Yeah, it does the diorama. It does selective defocusing around the image. So it's really fun. It's a fun camera. If you want to go out and just take photos because you like taking photos, this is a camera you will enjoy.
How does it handle video?
It handles video much better than the previous model. Previous models, you were limited to 720p, and the image wasn't that hot. In fact, it was actually kind of crappy. Olympus worked really hard, at least I think they worked really hard, because the resulting image here, I actually have some video I shot last night. As you can see, as Leo cuts the cake.
That's Leo.
The colors are great. The image is pretty sharp. It does suffer from a little shutter roll where you see it has that little jello effect on the screen. But it does allow you to autofocus as you shoot video, something I don't think you could do before. And it does feature stereo mic, so you actually get stereo audio built into the camera.
So overall, would you consider this a good camera for a, not professional photographer, but someone who wants to kind of take it to the next level? It
is a photographer's camera. It doesn't replace an SLR. ISO quality is kind of middling as you get to the 800 and up range, so you notice some artifacting. Focusing in poor light is really bad. In fact, it's really slow. When I was trying to shoot you last night, it was actually hunt and miss a lot. But that said, it's still a great camera. A lot of manual features, a lot of functionality built into this. If you're someone who really takes photography seriously and is enough to set ISO, to set aperture, this is a great camera. That said, if you want something to take pictures of your kids, you want to take pictures at night or a bunch of events without really having to do too much and thinking about it, and SLR is still a much better way to go. $900 entry-level DSLR from Canon or Nikon, you're looking around $600.
I might have to check that one out myself. All right, well, we've got more of your emails still to come, but first, it's time to thank one of our sponsors.
There are two things IT pros and their clients have in common, and I bet they have in common with you. You want the job done right, and you want it done fast. That's why we think you should take a look at GoToAssist Express by Citrix. We recommend it to anybody in IT. Puts clients at ease with its simple and secure remote support and puts you in the position to do what you want. Access, diagnose, and resolve problems. Plus, you can try GoToAssist Express free for 30 days. Just visit gotoassist.com/Tekzilla to see how you can deliver live tech support to anyone, anywhere with GoToAssist Express. That's gotoassist.com/Tekzilla for a free trial of a tool that'll make your day easier and help support Tekzilla.